Hey, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be reviewing an AI video generator called ReelCraft. ReelCraft allows you to turn any text prompt into professional animated stories. ReelCraft allows you to create animated videos with various voiceovers, different types of video content, some really nice styles to choose from, and even a bunch of tools that you can use, such as animating an image, text-to-speech, face fusion, character dialogue, and more. And ReelCraft is currently running a lifetime deal on Appsumo, and this deal ends in 6 days, and it was a 7-day deal. And you can get Tier 1 for as cheap as $79. So before we get into the features of ReelCraft, let's check out the plans and features. Now, the main thing you want to be looking at here is the credits per month. And for Tier 1, you get 250, and it goes all the way up to Tier 4, where you get 7,000. So for Tier 1, you just get one voice cloning, and it goes up all the way to 10. You don't get the promo fully customizable storytelling in Tier 1, but you do for the other tiers. There's no white labeling for Tier 1, but there is from Tier 2 onwards. And the only way to use the Hyper or animation models is if you get Tier 4, but they're very advanced models and create some really nice video scenes. All the other features are available across all tiers. Now, the credits per month can go down very quickly depending on what type of model you want to use, or they call it the graphics type. So for 4K image video, it will cost you 25 credits. For a 4K animation video, it's 50 credits, and HD Hyper is 100 credits per minute, and that's the one that you need Tier 4 for. So for Tier 1, you can imagine that the credits will go down very quickly, even if you're using it for generating 4K images. So essentially, you probably want to go for Tier 3 and above, and if you can afford Tier 4, then that's going to last you a lot longer, and you also get 100 gigabyte of storage. And if you're interested in buying ReelCraft, then I will leave a link in the description below. It is affiliated, and I will earn a small commission, but it would help a lot, and I'd really appreciate it. Now, before we jump into the features, I just want to show you this video on YouTube, which is on the ReelCraft AI channel. And this video is based on Hyper AI, which you can get on Tier 4. So if I play this here, and you can see what it's like.
Dreams have intrigued humans for ages, questioning reality and consciousness, a reflection of desires and fears. Philosophically, dreams challenge our grasp of truth, blurring boundaries between reality and fantasy.
So you can probably understand why it's so expensive to use HD Hyper, and I can imagine on the back end they're using a lot of video resources which cost money. Okay, so this is a free trial, and unfortunately I can't show you the 4K animation and the HD Hyper because that is not available. So once you sign into ReelCraft, this is the dashboard screen, and it has a very intuitive layout, and it's very easy on the eye and very simple to navigate to all the features that you want. So on the left here we have a sidebar, and video is basically this page here, where you can generate your video with various features available. There's also the studio, where you can generate an image, text-to-speech, animate an image, face fusion, character dialogue, create an avatar, and upscaler, and we'll go over these in a bit. This is the dashboard, and this is where your videos are. But what I think should happen is the dashboard should be at the top here, and the video should be where the dashboard is. To me, that would logically make more sense, but I think what they want is when you first sign into ReelCraft, you can pretty much generate your video from this page. We've also got the pricing and profile, and they have a Discord community, which I am a part of, and it's very active, and they're always listening to feedback and updating. Okay, so let's start by creating a new video, and at the top here there is a text box, and here is where you'll put your prompt for the AI to then use that prompt to generate a video. So you can have up to 4,000 characters, and you can enlarge this so you can see your script. And I'm just going to go to ChatGPT, make a script and paste it in here. Okay, so I've added in a script here, which is 2,300 characters, and it's about a pig and a Jack Russell, and the pig betrays the Jack Russell for food, and there's a lot more to it than that. So when you have your script, you can now come down to the graphics type. I can only use the 4K image, which is 25 credits, and then below that you have the filters. So first of all, you can select the ratio, and they have 9:16 and they have 16:9, which is nice. So I'm going to use this 9:16, so it'd be like for a short video. You can also choose from a bunch of voices, or you can have no voiceover, and you can choose from multiple languages. And here are the voices that are available. And if you hover over a voice, such as James, it will tell you a bit more about James. He's a male American, has a deep voice. And then Rachel's a female American and calm. So that's quite a nice little add-on they have there. And you can also preview each voice.
The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall.
I'd rather regret the things that I've done than the things that I have not done.
Did you know that there are a lot of amazing places to visit in?
So I'm not quite sure if they use 11 Labs or a software like that, but these voices are very realistic and they have emotion in them. So I'm going to go with
Love doesn't make the world go round.
Drew, because he's a well-rounded narrator. So when you want to choose your voice, you just click on it and go to submit. And it does say, please subscribe to proceed. So it looks like I can only use Mary for this. She sounds like this.
The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising.
So she does sound quite good. So we'll go with Mary, who's selected by default. And then if we go to content, you'll see it's selected stories as a default option. So concept explanation could be like a how-to or tutorial. Stories is, as it says, stories. Then you got historical, which are quite popular on shorts. Travel blog, biography, wishes, quotes, and thoughts, which is quite nice because they're quite popular as well. I'm just going to leave it on stories. Next up is my favorite filter, and that is style. And they actually have 20 styles to choose from, and I can only show you the standard cinematic because all these others you need to either buy from Appsumo on a tier or you have to be subscribed to ReelCraft. So let's leave it as it is, and you can also add your brand. So if I went to this little plus icon, you can put in your brand name, you can add a logo, an image, or you can delete the current one. And this is a good way to protect your videos from being copyrighted or used on another channel. You can also choose the visibility to be public or private. So once you've adjusted all your settings, you just go to this button in the top right, create, and it will ask me to select my video style again. So I'll just leave it as cinematic, go to continue, and this little pop-up window will appear. And you have a few options here. You can change your content type again, and then there is the prompt type. So if I click this drop down arrow, you'll have a few prompt types to choose from, and they are transform the given idea into a script, don't change my script, or enhance the rough sketch of the script. So if your script isn't very long, you might want to transform the idea into a script, but because my script is quite long, I'm just going to leave it as it is. And unfortunately, I need to be subscribed for that feature. So I'm just going to leave it on select prompt type, see what that does. You can also change the character type, and it's toggled on, which means I get to review the characters first. And below that, there is a little note, and it says select or generate characters, which means users only your chosen characters, whilst auto generate creates all story characters for you to edit later. And I'm going to put it on auto generate, and I've just had to change the prompt type to this one up here to continue. So once you're done, you go to continue, and now it will start generating the story. Okay, so here it's created the story, and it's not that long, but I am on the free trial, so I'm sure it would take into consideration the previous script I had, which was a lot longer. And if I go down, it's given me two characters and it's currently processing them. One is Dwayne Johnson and the other is Leonardo DiCaprio. Well, that looks nothing like Dwayne Johnson and that looks nothing like Leonardo DiCaprio, but we'll go with those two names and click proceed. And now it's creating all the scenes for the story. Okay, so that took about 3 or 4 minutes to generate all this, and that's pretty good. I mean, in comparison to some other tools like maybe Vado or also Clips, it is a bit slower, but look at the image resolution and it does generally look 4K, and I'm quite impressed by that quality. So on the left here, you can change your prompt and you can play the voiceover.
Dappled forest, and they instantly bond over their love for adventure.
And on the bottom here, you have like an editor timeline. So it says there is up to 4 scenes, and for each scene, they have 3 shots or 3 images per scene. So before we get into these additional features, let's play this video and see how it's come out.
Max, a playful Jack Russell Terrier, meets Percy, a curious pig, near the edge of a sun-dappled forest, and they instantly bond over their love for adventure. As they spend more time together, Max introduces Percy to the joys of chasing squirrels and sniffing wildflowers, while Percy teaches Max the secrets of rooting for truffles hidden in the soil. Percy's desire for freshly baked pie.
So I really like that video. The images are very high resolution and you can see they're 4K. There's also some nice kind of inspirational music in the background, and the narrator reads the script very well. So there are a few options we can do to edit the video. We can add a scene, and it does say I need to be subscribed, but if I go to cancel, I can show you kind of what you do. So you can add a new scene at whatever scene you want. So I could add a scene around scene 4 or at the end. And below that you have 2 options. You can either create a scene or standalone. And standalone means that you can actually add your own images or face fusion, and that's an additional tool that can be used. You can also add in voiceover and text to speech or upload your own audio, and you can add a shot series. And I'm unable to use this, but by the looks of it, you just enter an image prompt, and whatever that image prompt says, the AI will generate an image based on that prompt for each of these shots. So our next option is delete scene, and you can also do this on the timeline. So you just click the black bin there, or you can go to delete scene, you can add a shot. So a bit like the first option, you can choose a scene here, you can choose the shot position. So these are some more advanced features for the shots. You can also enter your shot prompt here. You can use the standalone or select assets, where you can upload your own image, or you can search for a stock image. So I've just put in here dog, and it's come up with 4 images, and it appears that they're using the API from Pexels, which is good, but it'd be nice if they had maybe ones from Unsplash. It doesn't seem to be too many images here, so I've just gone to page 2, and funny enough, they actually are using the API from Unsplash, and it appears that you can just continually go to the right and it will show more images. It would be handy if maybe you could see more images on the page, whereas 2 lines isn't that many, but that's pretty good to have. Now you can come in here and also delete the shots that you don't want, which is the image. So under each image or on each image, it will tell you a shot, and you can come in here and simply delete them by clicking the purple bin. You can also edit the music, and it does require me to be subscribed, so unfortunately I can't show you that, but I can imagine they have a library of music. Maybe you can turn down the volume and choose from various music categories. So another nice feature is this little icon here, or these 2 icons, and whatever image you're on. So for instance, if I was on scene 2 shot 1, I'll go to video effect, and they have a few that you can choose from. They have zoom in, zoom out, pan left and pan right. So if I chose zoom in for that particular shot, and then if we played the video,
Max, a playful Jack Russell Terrier, meets Percy, a curious pig, near the edge of a sun-dappled forest, and they instantly bond over their love for adventure. As they spend more time together, Max
okay, so when we got to scene 2 shot 1, it should have zoomed in, and for some reason it actually zoomed out. So perhaps that's something they can take a look at and make sure whatever one you choose for that scene, it does implement that. And if you click on any of these shots, you can simply click regenerate and it will regenerate a new shot or a new image. And it will say added to regeneration queue. And then on the left here, you just click regenerate, but you can also change the prompt for a different output. So let's click regenerate. And unfortunately, I have to subscribe to a paid plan, so I can't show you that, but that's how it would work. Now, I don't see any download option, but I think that's because I'm on the free trial, so I don't have that option. But I would imagine it would appear up here where you can download it. And if I go back to my dashboard, you will see that the video appears here. Now, some additional tools that they've added over the last few months is the ones under Studio. And here you have a bunch of different tools that you can use. So the first one is text-to-speech. And you can add in up to 500 characters here. You can choose narrator of your choice. And if you add in your text here and create a script of a narrator talking, you can actually add that in one of your scenes in the video. Next up, we've got generate an image, and you can choose from 9:16 or 16:9 ratio. You can choose the style, and I really like these, as I said earlier, and you can have the visibility as public or private. And here's some images that other users or the ReelCraft team have created, and they look fantastic, and they have a bunch of different ones from various models. And I'm just creating an image, and I put in an eagle flying over the sea, and that's in the style of cinematic, and currently it's just processing it here. So this is the image it's just generated, and it has here the date, the style, the visibility, and the prompt. And you can also copy the prompt and use it at another time. And I don't know what you guys think of this image, but I think it's really good. And they've even blurred out the background so you can really see the eagle flying over the ocean. So that is just one image, but you can see the quality of them is really high. And you can simply download it if you need to. The next tool we have is Animate an image. And I've tried this on Voodoo AI, and I'll show you a comparison in just a sec. So you get to either upload an image where you can upload a new asset or a file here, or choose from one of the ones that you have created. And I'm going to drop this image of a man here looking at the camera, and I'm going to insert that and see what it comes up with. And before we generate the image to then be animated, you can add in a prompt. And I've just put in a man smiling and moving his arms in the air. And I want to see if the AI actually captures that and moves his arms. So once you're done, you click generate. Whilst we wait for the video to process, which has been around 20 minutes now, which is a long time, let's go over to Voodoo. And here they now have a feature where you can upload an image, and you can either choose to use Runway ML, which is very popular, or the new one, LTX video. You can also add this effect, a hug, which is the only one they have at the moment. You can choose the aspect ratio and the amount of seconds. So let's upload an image. Now, I actually tried to upload the image of the one I got off Pexels, but it didn't work for some reason, so I actually generated one on Super Machine, and I will show you what it came out as. And this only took about 20 seconds to generate, so if I go to play, and it wasn't the best one that I generated, but if we just hover over this, for instance, and some of these are really good, like this one in particular. So we can't compare them right now because it's still processing. So let's move on to Face Fusion. And this means that you can add in a face image, and then you add in a reference image plus a prompt, and it will kind of look like this. So I'm going to add in an image, and I'll just add in myself for this example. Go to insert. And the reference image I will leave as it is because this is quite funny. So let's go to generate, and hopefully this will process quicker than the animated image. Okay, so this has taken over 5 minutes, and the speed seems to be an issue, and I'm not sure if that's because I'm on a free trial or because more users have signed up to ReelCraft and they're a bit overwhelmed on the server side. But let's go to the next option that you can use, and that's character dialogue. And there are some examples here. So if I show you what you can do here.
ReelCraft is a generative AI-powered platform that makes video creation simple.
ReelCraft is a generative AI-powered platform that makes video creation.
And these look really good and quite realistic. And the lip sync is very much in sync with the audio and script. And next up, we've got the option to create an avatar. And if I click here,
Welcome to ReelCraft. You can use this feature to bring any picture to life with voice narration.
and that is very realistic. So I can imagine this would take a long time to process, but you'll just add in your audio and your video file here, and you should get something like this for an output. And last but not least, we've got Upscaler, and this allows you to select your video type. So if you added in an anime or a cartoon or a realistic one, you would choose from either one. You can upscale the video ×4, so that would take a lot of time to process, but it would look great. So the face fusion and the image animation don't seem to be processing, or they're taking a long time. So perhaps that's something they can take a look at. Okay, so back on the ReelCraft website, there are a few additional areas that you can check out. You can go to resources, and this will give you a bunch of pretty much blog posts, and you can check them out, and they look quite wild. There's also a demo page where you can see some of the examples on how to use ReelCraft, so that's really nice. And on the help page, it has a similar kind of layout, and if you click on any of these, it will take you to their YouTube channel. And let's go over some of the pricing on the website. So they have monthly, quarterly, and yearly. Now, monthly is for their lowest package, well above free. It's $29 per month. Then you got the Pro for $59 and the Enterprise at $99. And for the basic, you only get 750 credits. And all the way up to Enterprise, the max you get is 3,000. And to get white label, you need the Enterprise. So back on Appsumo, Tier 1 and Tier 2 is pretty much like the mixture of the basic plan, where you get 750 credits per month. And Tier 3 is more like the Pro plan, where you get 3,000. The one that they don't have on the website is 7,000 credits per month at $729. So this is one that's just for Appsumo. And obviously it's quite a lot of money, but when you think how much you get plus the highest model for animation, if you are going to take this seriously, then you definitely want to be going for licensed Tier 4. So ReelCraft actually have a very active and popular channel, and it has over 5,000 subscribers and a huge 365 videos. And they appear to be updating monthly with new features that they've released and how to use them. And they have a bunch of shorts, which is really nice to see, and it kind of demonstrates what kind of videos you can generate with AI.
In life, it's essential to enjoy and appreciate what you have. Focus on the present moment and the joy it brings. Cherish your possessions and experience.
So with ReelCraft AI, you can really create some unique videos with AI animation, and over time it's only going to get better, and the quality and the output will become more supreme. Okay, so that's it for today's review of ReelCraft AI. A couple of tools that are very alike are Vado AI and AutoClips, and I've done reviews for both of them. If you'd like to check them out, I'll leave a link in the description. And drop a comment below, let me know your thoughts on ReelCraft AI. And if you like this review, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any upcoming reviews. And thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.